the Great Norse Wonder Wharf, your unofficial but verified one-stop destination for bento box and entertainment
There
information.
we go. Yeah, yeah.
As always, I am Mike.
And I am JB. Sorry, the
Sorry.
wall is a bit bare, guys. Doing a little bit of a remodel in the studio space right now. Got too
Yeah.
much stuff and not enough space, so I'll do a video. You can kind of see it right in this corner over there. Those are all Funkos lining up the ceiling. So I made some shelves, and they're all up there with all the figures. And yeah, then it'll be more stuff back here again. But I just needed some space. There wasn't enough. So
And
there's
sorry for
two
no
options.
Yeah. Sorry for no intro at the top. We're running into some technical difficulties, but it is a nice little segue into some show news, North to Wharf news. We're revamping the show. Nothing crazy. We're gonna work on a new intro. We're gonna work on a couple of new fun things here and there. A weekly game that we'll be playing here at the end of every episode. A little nightcap for everyone. One big thing that we're doing is, as of 8:01 August 11th in the year of our Lord 2025, whatever Lord that may be for you, we are shutting down the Patreon.
Gasps and hold your breaths.
Yeah, we came to that conclusion between ourselves. We figured we kind of been neglecting the Patreon as far as like putting out content. So instead of continuously taking people's money every month and failing to deliver on those things, what we're going to do is we're just going to cancel out the Patreon. Those of you who have signed up for the Patreon, who are part of the Patreon, as of whenever we end it all tonight, we're gathering everyone's addresses. And when we say Patreon, we're talking about paid Patreon.
Yeah,
free stuff. That's free. You ain't lose nothing from there. But for those of you who have been paying up until this point, we are working on the end of year gift.
yes.
And since it is the end of the Patreon, the end of everything, we are going to make it worth your while. We promise. Got some designs we're working on, and it won't just be a simple sticker. It'll be a couple of things to say thank you for financially supporting us for these past couple months with the Patreon. So
yeah, it just became too much, as Mike was saying. There's a lot that we have going on. Our jobs are a lot, life is a lot. And just trying to make sure that we bring out good content was always kind of difficult. Like, we have ideas and things, but it's always just, as we pointed out in the past, time editing, making it, putting it out there, and just keeping it continuously going on top of the show. Especially, I think Comic-Con tested us a lot.
It really did. And honestly, we could have just kept it going and not said anything. It wasn't like anyone was holding our feet to the fire. We just saw it happening ourselves. And we were like, instead of screwing over these folks who have been so kind in helping us out, we're just going to stop it all. And we're going to get you your free stuff at the end of the year. But it's going to be worthwhile. We're going to get all the addresses off there. All the email addresses will be in touch with everyone. It ain't going to be hard. There's only like 13, but still.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. And it's going to be something nice and good. Because, I mean, it says a lot to us. And we're, again, like, super thankful that you guys did this for us. Like, it helped put together this. It helps keep this stuff on. But we're able to do it in a different way now. And it's able to just not have to, like, as Mike said, we could have just dangled it and kept going. But instead, we're like, nah, end it. It's okay. Like,
it's not fair to you.
Still do free stuff. We'll still do trivia every day on Instagram. We'll still do trivia nights like once a month if we can. We're still gonna do the show. It's just more like, let's focus on the show. Let's focus on Instagram. Let's focus on the stuff that we can do without having to do extra. I think just we put too many things on.
In all honesty, the only thing that's going to change is we are no longer going to charge you fine folks $3 a month. That's really it.
Yeah, I think more than anything, we ended up being like Bob with a busy restaurant and realizing that it maybe wasn't good for us.
Yeah, so once again, thank you for everything. The show's not going anywhere. North to Wharf isn't, but our consciences will not allow us to continue the Patreon and not steadily give you all content. So we thought it best to just, instead of working harder, we're just going to stop charging you.
Yeah,
we're not working harder, everyone. Not happening.
We don't know how to do that.
No. In fact, this is how not hard I am working right now. Let me show you my setup. So we've been cleaning up the house, and my wife's been putting stuff on the dining table to get it out of the guest bedroom, which is where I record. Um, so instead of clearing off a spot on the table, I have literally just kind of carved out a tiny little Amazon box nook here for me to do my thing. Could I have done a little extra work and move some stuff around? Absolutely. I'm not going to do that, and I won't.
Yeah. And for me, what you see here, there's all the Funkos on that side where I built the shelves, but really on that other side, there's a whole desk over there that, literally for my wife, who's going to be working from home next month, starting, she gets to do, I think, 1 to 2 days a week. So just figured, why not? So it's pretty bare in here. I still got my pin set up. One set.
Excuse me. Going through the
gives
chat
me a good
here.
opportunity to clear things out. Otherwise, there's a lot of stuff.
Otherwise, we're going to look like someone's basement.
Yeah, it's like either you find a spot for it or you downsize it. I was like, I'll make room. So I found ways. So
I just downsize. I kind of keep my shit in check. If it's not something tiny that I could like put in a book, like the fucking bookmark, yeah, then I don't bother with it.
Yeah, the bookmark's small. That's easy to keep up with, and I think for me, like the Funkos just took up all of this shelf behind me. And it was like there's nowhere to put any of the other stuff.
That's also because you keep them in boxes, though.
Yeah. I do that.
Let's see, going through the
chat here. I want to keep the dust off of them.
Then get plastic containers for them. That's
another investment.
That is literally like $3.
Like nickels and dimes, but it's expensive, man. They add up.
I've seen the stuff you buy. You can buy a Funko box or two.
What stuff am I buying? I don't know what you're talking about.
Go through the chat here. Thank you for your candor and honesty. You're very welcome, Christine. Are you going to talk about King of the Hill? We are.
We are.
Someone sent you flowers. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of flowers and sympathy cards in and the whole 9 yards. So it's been speaking of, there's a little setup for Chewy, but we're not here to be a downer. So but yes, nice flowers, sympathy cards. Everyone's been really, really nice the last couple of weeks. It is what it is. But yes, we are going to be talking King of the Hill. We're going to be talking the new episode of Bob's Burgers. No new Great North until this week.
Yep.
And there is some little tidbits of news to discuss. But I'll let JB handle that because you have the notes.
Yep, it is time for the news, folks. There's some stuff to talk about tonight. Usually it's pretty with about the season starting. The first thing we'll get into is the new season. Season 16 of Bob's Burgers does start on September 28th. So mark your calendars. We haven't started a calendar because it's too far out.
And we have other things to do, man.
And for us, we'd rather have a post that actually is content, fun stuff, a video, something that you guys will get more out of than just a still that says 21 days. We did it for the movie and it was fun, but it was a lot. So
that was such a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So no, we will not be doing that, but we'll keep reminding you each week that it's getting closer and closer. We know that the season premiere is episode 300, so it'll be exciting. We're really amped to see it. We've seen some clips at Comic-Con, but we're not going to talk about that too much. But really just want to make sure that's on your radar. New season of Bob's Burgers starts September 28th with episode 300. It's a big one for them, so they're very excited to share it with you guys.
You know what's weird is I'm just realizing it now is that they didn't officially announce the episode title.
Nope.
Yeah, that was weird.
I wonder if it's just going to be 300. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, it'd be something. Like maybe I don't know. It's got to be something with the opening, maybe.
Yeah, there was that rumor of the grand something opening. Oh yeah, if you want and Yahoo, that was no shade thrown at you.
No, not at all. We just did it so many times for so many things, and we just can't do this.
It's just too much work.
It's too much planning.
Yahoo does have a countdown for the new season, and usually when big things are happening, Yahoo usually does have a countdown for things. So if you want a daily countdown, Yahoo's your plug for that. Ain't no shameless plugs here, my friend. We will plug you
Mhm.
all day. Take that as you will.
Yes, you can have that one. We've done it. We're not doing it. Except I think the movie destroyed us because it was like 4 months of doing it. We're
Yeah,
like, it's
because
too
we
much.
we went out like 50 some odd days out, and we're like, "Fuck, never doing that again." Um, so Bob
I'm
will
fine if
play.
Bob is played by Gerard Butler. It'd be very weird, but I'm fine with
What
that.
happened? Where did that come from? What did I miss something?
I don't know, but I think it'd be all
Oh,
right.
oh.
I think it'd be fun if
Um,
it was Gerard Butler lip synced by H. John Benjamin. Just
what the hell are
horribly
we
lip synced.
talking about?
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Christine
Uh,
started it. I don't know what's happening, but
I don't dislike Arnold, but I miss Daryl. I'm indifferent to a lot of the side characters, minus like
Mhm.
Zeke and Jimmy Jr. I'm kind of
Zeke and Jimmy Jr., Tammy and Jocelyn. There's a few that I'm like,
yeah,
okay, these are the staples that I would like to have more often.
yeah, those little ancillary characters that we see like one every 100 episodes. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Like Marshmallow, Mort, like the ones that are close. Like there's I think levels, and at some point maybe we'll get into that realm of like how close people are to the top. But
Mhm.
there's certain ones that I'm fine seeing more of. But
Oh, I got you, Christine. Okay, it's a 300 reference.
now I get it.
Yeah.
I would be
Okay.
fine with it still though. Gerard Butler with H. Sean voicing over him would be hysterical.
Let's
All
see.
right. Other news
Whichever
that
episode. Blah 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 blah. Oh.
all right. The next big news is when we were working the booth, a lot of people were asking about the new book and the new recipe cards. So if you want to know more about that, we can tell you about it. So you can get the Bob's Burgers art book at Amazon or any other bookstore, Books a Million, Barnes and Noble. They will all have it. It's actually pre-order right now. Target's also saying they're going to have it. So you can pre-order it at numerous stores, including Thrift Books, Better Books, Rizzoli's bookstore has it, which is publishing the book, Books a Million. So you can get it, and Amazon has it on sale right now for 45 at 10% off. But everywhere else it's $50. It's stacked. It is a huge undertaking. This book is
Oh. So
loaded with art.
sorry, not to cut you off there. Amazon has it up on their website, and they have preview pages.
Yeah, I saw that. That's what I'm looking at. The Bob
Here.
one, the
Yeah. Let
Bob
me.
mustaches. Yeah, show it off.
Yeah. Let me share screen here.
Oh, and all the DVD covers. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Here. That's wild.
That's awesome.
Like we've seen this one. I've seen
There's a few I haven't seen. The
these
bald one
two.
at the end I have not seen.
Never seen this. I've never seen any of these.
Nope.
I feel like I've seen these two. These three, I feel like I've seen.
But look at all the mustaches. Like Bernard went all, or is that David Crick or David Creek? Sorry, not Crick. David Creek, or maybe it's both of them.
So you can see here, it looks like this one. They like we like the hair here. Like there's a heart, maybe 5 o'clock shadow. Look at these mustaches.
Yeah,
Bob's
they were
great
really into
grandfather.
the square ones. That
Yeah.
was wild. That looks
Um,
like the hair that's used for
the child molester.
there we go. It's very wispy.
So this caption right here says Bob's great grandfather. Old picture up in
Oh,
the background, maybe, or maybe Bob's. Oh, okay. Old picture up in Bob's Burgers. Also, picture of one of Bob's something.
interesting.
You can't tell.
Okay. Interesting.
Um,
But yeah, they just posted these pictures, I believe, not today, but it's been recently because I keep checking on this.
Here's a little excerpt from Lauren. Says, I can't remember if the mustache was Jay Howell's idea or Nora Smith's or mine, but once it was on there, that was it. That was Bob, a mustache wearing an apron. And it looks like the inside of the cover is all the Pest fans. As you can see
Yeah,
there.
that'll be fun.
And then let me see. The other preview that they have was all the DVD cover arts.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get the different
Up at
captions
season
here.
12, it looks like. Oh, the bottom says more special art for Comic-Con. These were used to wrap the entire train. It was pretty exciting for us.
Hmm.
LB said, remember DVDs? We used to make them for each season, and it's got its own custom cover. So the train one must be the, oh, that's the next page. It says following. So it must be the
Yeah.
next page, 1B, is all the
So
train wraps they use probably.
I'll say the DVDs ended, I think,
12, it looks
around.
like. Season 12 is the last one that they have. But I don't even remember seeing that one.
Well, I was gonna say they this doesn't necessarily mean these are all the DVDs made. This just means they made the artwork up until this point.
Yeah.
So I'd
I
have
want
to
to
go
say
back and see.
10 or 11 was the last one.
I was gonna say I thought maybe 10, but I don't recall ever seeing this.
No, I don't remember seeing 10 either. I remember
Interesting.
seeing 9,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't remember seeing 10, 11, or 12.
Let's see. Like JB was saying, September 23rd on the art book. Do we have 256 pages?
Yep.
And let's see.
It's hardcover. It looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these pictures look colorful. This is like really good print quality. So this is a coffee table like art book. This is something, if you're a true fan of the show, it's probably what you're looking for. Now I've got the recipe box as well that's coming out too.
What is that? Oh, it's this one right here.
And they did post a picture of it too.
Mm-hmm.
New artwork. That's definitely the Coochie Kobe branch photo, but they used it with the sandwich because he's blowing on the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the Coochie Kobe branch one. Remains of the Day burger and the Sound of Curry burger. Those are not new. Those are old ones. So they're not giving away anything there.
So as Lauren was saying, there's no new recipes. They are reworked recipes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And new artwork.
Yep, new artwork, reworked recipes. And I think is there anything else in there? Trying to think. Fully illustrated recipe featuring the entire Belcher family, Teddy and even Aunt Gail. Along with directions for sides and sauces and agnamic bacon jam. So there is a couple new things in there, but as Mike said, they're just reworked burgers. And I think there's a couple new ones. Did we ever get the Fig Lebowski burger? Because that one's that says it in the description. So I think there might be like some new ones, but it's also a lot of reworks.
I'll say Lauren said that he didn't say that were new recipes. He said the burger recipes were all the same, reworked a bit, and there were new recipes as far as like sides go and sauces. But as far as the burger recipes, it should all still be burgers we've seen before.
Okay. Then yeah, that comes out September 9th. So these will come out 2 weeks before the book.
And then let's see, since Bob's grandfather has a mustache, I guess Bob will probably get the mustache from his paternal grandfather. Or that's not how mustaches work.
No.
You just grow one.
You either have it or you don't.
Yeah. And also Big Bob has a mustache, so he could have got it from his father. But again, that's not how facial hair works. Cello asks, hey JB, how did your holiday recipe book come out? Were you able to show it at Comic-Con? Careful what you say, JB, but I'm sure you could give the broad strokes.
I did bring it. It looked great. We'll wait and see.
And you were able to show it to people.
I was able to show it to some people. And then it was shown to some other people. So that's probably as much as I can tell you, because I really don't know much else besides that. So
yeah, it's hard because you don't want to show it off because
you don't
things
know.
may or may not happen.
Yes.
And it may be a things like, oh, you showed it off, now we don't want to do it. Not that, again, anybody, there's not any talks behind the scenes, at least not that I'm privy to, of anything happening. But like I know,
I don't want to put anything out there that could make it not. So I appreciate it. Once I know and I'm allowed, I will let you all know.
And if you didn't see the live unboxing where we went in depth on them books,
forget you saw it.
Yeah, well, we deleted it too.
Store it in your memories and tight lips. Don't think
Let's
shit.
hold on. Eric sent me something because of course he did. Have him show the comic book he got at Comic-Con. Well, I will never show that comic book I got at Comic-Con, Eric. Shut your mouth. I assume
I'll wear the
JB.
shirt sometime though, Eric. Don't you worry.
Do you have the shirt on
Wash
you?
it. It's over in the guest room where all my Bob stuff is. But tell Eric as soon as this is put back together, I will wear the shirt for him.
He's watching. He can.
I know
hear
he
you.
is, but that'll keep him watching. So
I was like, you can tell him. He can hear you.
no.
How exciting! You could always publish it and say it's unofficial.
Well,
I have no dog in this fight, so I can give my opinion on that. As big of a fan as, and I'm not speaking for JB at all here, as big of a fan as I am of the show and of the people and the relationships that have been forged, I personally would never publish an unofficial thing. That's me. JB is an opportunistic person. He may do it.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I mean, I have the trivia game sitting right back there. I never published it. I probably could have put the board out there and people could have made it and used the Trivial Pursuit questions and just played the game. But I was like, it's not what it's for.
But yeah, if we were out to make a quick buck, absolutely. If we were
Which
other
some people very well might. But
if we were other pages, maybe he would. But we ain't.
No, we like to
keep these relationships.
Yeah, we don't like to mess with we don't like to mess with our friends.
You don't shit where you eat.
No, they've been very good to us and they've treated us well, so there's no reason to do that.
I will say this. And again, this is just me saying what I would do if I was JB. In the event nothing ever comes of this and it just remains a fun little project that he did, I would release the recipes. None of the artwork or anything. But like you could always just put out the recipes. That's just stuff you made.
That could be done, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's totally an option. Just I'm not sure one that would suit us. Yeah. And again, it ain't even my book. What the fuck do I talk about? JB can do what he wants with it.
But, yeah, but I'll just keep it the way it is.
I think I know the man well enough to know what he would and wouldn't do in this case. But yeah,
I feel like you just talk like Critter, like you don't know my mind.
That's like I know exactly what this man's gonna do. But the book came out fantastic. The artwork looks great. The people who have seen it commented and said it looks fantastic. Who are those people? That's none of your business. Mind your business. Stop asking questions.
But yeah, when we know, and we'll let you know. When we know.
Toddland recently released 2 t-shirts. Two, count them, 2. Raising funds here. Let me pull up exactly here so I don't misquote them.
Yeah, don't do that.
Loving they are the Bento Animaid, spelled ANIMAID, Hollywood I Heart LA shirts. They come in either black or true royal blue. These are fundraising campaigns supporting animation industry professionals who have lost their homes and have been displaced due to recent LA wildfires. Now, you may be asking yourself, hey, weren't the fires last year? California's always on fire, it would seem. So there's no surprise that they're doing another charity thing again this year. So donations provided direct relief to over 70 affected families, helping them rebuild their lives. Bento Box supports and will donate a portion of t-shirt sales to Animaid. Toddland is indeed working hand in hand with the Bento folks. And in fact, let me go ahead and show you what the shirt looks like.
Mm-hmm. We'll post these tomorrow too for you guys, but for right now, you can see what it looks like now.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll post it with links so you guys can order if you like tomorrow.
So it comes in royal blue and in black. As you can see, ships at the end of August. And that is actually a good segue into Comic-Con orders. JB, take it away.
if you are looking for your Toddland shipment from Comic-Con and you're like, where did it go? Where is it? Cliffy must have forgot it. Cliffy does not forget. These will start shipping next week, hopefully. He said mid-August to late August. So like that little 2-week period is when everything is supposed to be out the door and on its way to you. So please be patient. It will get there. He's very good at emailing back and forth.
Sorry, I had to answer a text message.
Oh, you're fine. You looked very urgent. So just be patient, guys. Get out there. Don't worry. I mean, I have this one, but I had to get it from Con. If you ordered one of these or like the Riptide shirt for Bob's or any of that stuff, it is coming. It will get to you. Just be patient. It will get there.
Let's see. Hey, RVA. Christine says, so is Canada and the Northeast covered in smoke. Yep, there's a lot of fires happening.
Yep.
It sucks. But
maybe we should just rake out the forests.
Can't solve the world's problems, unfortunately.
Nope. Not when not when there's not a lot of
we are reactive. We are reactive people. We are not a proactive people.
Yep.
Any other news to discuss?
No, we have nothing new to report about the Great North, guys, except new episode next week. Nothing yet.
Nothing. So
Nothing.
Take that as you will. All right. Unless you got anything else, we can go ahead and jump right into Bob's.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Because there's unfortunately nothing new to discuss after that. So that was the news, guys. So let's jump into Bob's Burgers. We have a new episode this week, Mr. Safe Body, which is about Arnold wanting to basically hire himself out for services as a bodyguard, and he needs an image, and he thinks Louise can give him the image by making a commercial for him. Mm-hmm. And then back at the restaurant for the B plot, I'm trying to remember what it was this week.
Oh, the car that was blasting the
Oh yeah, the music, the 90s rock.
Yeah. I dug the episode. I liked it. The B plot was it was all right. I don't know. I
this is another. It felt like another shoehorn of a B plot. I mean, it was fine, but I mean, the kids' plot with Arnold was the highlight.
Mm-hmm. It seemed very filler on the B plot. I don't know what I was expecting. But I mean, I don't know. I just didn't like the B plot, for being honest.
Yeah, I think it needed more, and it just didn't. It was too easily solvable, and it was too. I don't know. It just wasn't something that I felt would be able to sustain that, because it's really just kind of like, and that's that.
The B plot seemed like an A plot that wasn't fully fleshed out.
Yes.
I mean, you have two guys pull up in a car, they jump out, leave it running. The car was involved in a crime. That's a whole story right there.
There's a whole thing, and that would have been so cool as like a triptych or even a Teddy episode, like what happened, and he tells a story of what he thinks happened. Like that could have been all fun with just Mort. You could have no kids. I mean, the kids could be at school and be like, I wonder what they're doing or what they're thinking about at the restaurant. You could have them like telling these stories about what happened with the car. That could have been fun, but it was a kind of flat story. Even like, I think just a tidbit of fun is if like they jumped out of the car and ran and you saw the original police officers chasing them from the like season 1 and 2 and be like, oh, they're still on the force. Like that would have been fun Easter egg for all of us that have watched it since the beginning, but it was just kind of felt flat.
Yeah, it was nothing. It came and it went, and it was, I don't know. Even Bob coming around on the rock station, I was like, yeah, sure, fine.
It could have been even like if it was Clem playing on the new radio station that he's on, and it was just Nick Offerman doing his bit as the new like shock jock DJ. It would have been fine to hear that and just be like Bob opening his his door and be like, I love this. Like that would have been just
I
fun.
I disagree, because then we would say like, well, then what's happening there, and then it would just be another unanswered question. It would just be more stuff added on that we would want to see more of, but then was felt like just like a throwaway. So if they added Clem, I would probably be even more upset. Not upset, but like I'd
Would
be
you
like,
have been
that was a waste.
could it have been more interesting if Bob, when they were like, don't touch it, and he like takes a straw and tries to change the channel or turn the volume off, like reaching in with Teddy holding his arm, trying to like hit the button?
Nope. There was nothing. It'd have been better if this B plot didn't exist at all, because it just seemed like they couldn't flesh out an A plot and they decided, oh, we'll just tack this on. And then it didn't loop back around into the kid's story. It didn't do anything. It just seemed like, oh, either A, we couldn't flesh out this idea, so let's tack it on as a B plot, or we didn't put too much thought into a B plot. Let's just put something in there quickly.
Yeah, it just didn't hit the mark. The B plot. A was fine. I enjoyed the whole Arnold and like him like having to figure out how to like be big and tough when he actually was just pretending to be big and tough and realizing that it's not always about that. Although him kicking that block of wood was pretty cool.
So I have my own bones to pick about and it's not even about the episode. So for the record, I dug the episode. I dug the A plot. It was nice to see Arnold. We ain't seen him in a minute, especially in a big spotlight like this. Yeah, I got no real issues. I think the bully was played by, was it Ike Barinholtz or Rob Hubel? I couldn't quite put the voice, but I think it was one of them. That's fun. I wish they would have. I wish Arnold asking Louise to film her thing. I wish he would have said something like, "Hey, I want you to film this because you were so good filming that zombie documentary you did, or that commercial you did with your family all those years ago." It'd have been a nice little, fun little callback there. But it seemed like he kind of picked Louise out of nowhere, for being honest. But, and I believe it was Damon Wayans Jr. again playing the voice.
Yep, it was. And then you were right. It's Ike who played
Ike, okay, that's what I figured. So yeah, all in all, I thought it was a good episode. The B plot absolutely wasn't needed, but I mean, I guess you have to have Bob, Linda, and Teddy in there at some point. So
yeah, I'm just looking to see.
Oh.
They're saying that this is 297 episodes, so that's what they're numbering this. I'm just trying to figure out how the numbers are going to work.
Yeah, we'll figure it out in September. But my big gripe, and this isn't just with this episode, it's kind of with martial arts in general, is when whenever you're getting into a fight, everyone who does martial arts, and that's a blanket statement, and I'll make a blanket statement, I don't care, is when they say like, oh, we train not to fight, we're not here to get into fights or beat up people. I'm like, bitch, you don't learn to kick to not kick somebody. All right.
Did they give a name to this? I'm sorry. Wiki page is saying that there is a name for the new episode 300.
Yeah, there's a rumored name, but it wasn't announced at Comic-Con.
Yeah, they're calling it the Grand Prix pre-opening.
Yeah, that's the one that's been floating around for a while, but they just never announced it at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever martial arts say we don't train to fight, I was like, okay, then I'm sure those chokeholds aren't there to put somebody down either. Or I'm sure that you learning to punch somebody in the chest isn't to neutralize a threat when somebody tries to kick your ass. You're there to fight. Calm down. And if you're if you're an adult, you shouldn't be in karate anyways.
Steven Seagal doesn't do any fighting. He just pushes people away.
Steven Seagal don't do much of anything. He hardly gets off his chair.
Hey, those donuts gotta eat
guy.
Themselves.
But yeah, adults in martial arts is hilarious to me, by the way. Calm down.
Is that the bow to your sensei? Bow to your sensei.
it's such a, I have no idea what the words are, because like I've learned in order to open your own dojo or whatever you want to call it, you don't need any certification. You don't need to be part of any particular practice or anything like that. You can just open one up and have a bunch of little kids flocking around you because that seems to be your thing. But yeah, any adults in karate or martial arts in general, and you're
Correct.
not in the movies, sit down or go get a desk job.
That
Whoever
is a
that
hot
needs to
take
buy a
there.
clown nose a wig once. Whoever edited that needs to buy a clown nose and wig once the synopsis is out. What?
For which one?
What are you talking about? For a moment there, I thought for once in a while's life he would go break it as karate co when dealing with teens. No, Arnold is he is a classic little guy with a big voice. He
Yes.
barks, no bite.
Nope.
Respect Ar-
None of that.
pacifist. I respect Arnold being a pacifist and not wanting to cause any smoke. He definitely,
He definitely
definitely.
wanted to, but
Well,
then
that's
he
like
realized it's kind of scary in the moment.
yeah, he's gonna get his freaking face smashed in.
He was no Hey Arnold, where Arnold literally just didn't understand that you didn't need to look for a fight, but if it came your way, just know how to handle yourself.
Yeah, and he handled himself by running away.
Well, in this he did, but in Hey Arnold, he literally had to learn, like, if he wanted to fight his bully, he had to make sure it was the right instant, and he did it
Yeah,
the right way.
and also for all you karate kids out there, you don't want to get into a fight, then don't put yourself in a position to have to get into a fight.
And that's what Arnold did. He put
Yeah,
himself in the situation, not
yeah.
realizing that that's what it was not all about.
Maybe don't wear your little uniform everywhere. That's screaming, "Hey, somebody come fight me!"
He's a green belt, right?
Yeah.
It's like stage 2. White.
Sword
Low.
guys are hilarious. Sword guys are sad. Yeah, we could spend this whole time shitting on people who are sad, but yeah, that's. Eric says, "Watch Enter the Dojo," and no, no, I'm not going to do that, Eric. You can't tell me. I do that.
Karate.
But yeah, if you're an adult and you're in martial arts, knock it off. Get a job. What did you think of the episode, JB?
I agree with most of what you said. The A plot was fine. B plot left much to be needed. But yeah, I thought it was fine. It was nice to have Arnold back. It was nice to have a full episode with him in it. They really did an awesome job nailing the school. It was really good and creepy. The backgrounds were nice. Animation was solid. Like all around, it was a good episode. But yeah, the B plot just fell flat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And another thing, Arnold kicking that board, like not for nothing, but like if like, oh, we're trained to use our mind to not get into fights, fine, then I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And if you can't block it, then I guess you're not using your mind hard enough. Or all those kicks you learned weren't doing you all good because you need to use your mind more. I'm sorry. I just have a beef with anybody in martial arts. It's ridiculous.
It's like that Danny McBride thing where he's like, I always see the clip floating online where he's like running his dojo and he has like a woman fighter come up and fight a guy. He's like, all right, go ahead and hit her. She's going to dodge it. He's just like, and like she just gets knocked. He's like, damn, just sit down. Like,
yeah.
Someone get her an ice pack. It's just like,
it's
don't hold back. She can take it. And it's just like, no.
Yeah. Martial arts is silly. What else is silly as an adult? Juggling, unless you're in the circus, that's silly. Knock it off. Unicycles, that's dumb. Get a car or walk.
These are a
Jump
lot
rope.
of guys.
Yeah, jump roping's dumb. Unless you're doing it for exercise. If you're doing it for fun, you should be on a list somewhere.
Of what?
To stay away from children. If you're jump roping for fun, you need to be on the list somewhere.
Also, the teens that episode. Can you agree the teenagers are freaking a-holes?
Teenagers are a-holes in general.
Mm-hmm. I think MCR sang about this.
Yeah. It's not one of their best songs, but they did.
They did.
Speaking of, I'm going to go see them in about 3 weeks. ICP, 32nd Street. You have not spoken up all night, and your thing is ICP?
That's what you're going to go? I mean, hasn't It's Always Sunny done enough with ICP?
unless we're talking about stuff that's embarrassing as an adult, then yeah, ICP. You're right.
Yes, Fago, the showers, all that. Yes, not
The
to upset
only
a population, but it's weird. Don't do that.
the
Drink the
only
Fago.
the only credit I will give to, and not even ICP, but their fans, the only credit I will give to them is they like what they like and they are unashamed of it.
Yes.
But then again, so are people on To Catch a Predator, so it's one and the same. So
Also, guys, magnets. How do they work?
it ain't magic,
science.
stupid.
It's just science.
It's just science.
All of what they talk about, it's like the ironic song. Like, guys, a lot of that is already ironic or coincidental, but
Yeah,
mirrors
Alanis.
and magnets and what are I can't even remember some of the other things. They're not miracles. They're not. It's not. It's science.
You're just dumb.
Just read a little bit.
Yeah, just read a book. Stupid.
Bill and
yeah.
I will tell you. Just watch his show.
Yeah.
You dingus.
So I feel like we've done enough ragging on stupid adults and their stupid hobbies. We've talked Bob's Burgers. One thing we didn't want to discuss tonight, in broad strokes at this point, we'll do a deeper dive later, but King of the Hill. The new series has come out. 10 episodes are out.
Yep.
We both have seen every single episode. We have our opinions. We have our thoughts. I'll let you start.
So we get 10 episodes. This is technically season 14?
14.
And they already said 15's coming in 2026.
Did they?
Yep. And they announced it.
Okay.
Because this is the #1 streaming show on Hulu right now. For good reason. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 98%. Google has it at 89%. IMDb's a little bit harsher with 7.6. But overall, King of the Hill felt good. It was nice to have it back. I was telling Mike it was nice to see it. It was nice to be back in Arlen. It felt somewhat the same. Things had changed a little bit. Some of the tropes with Hank got a little... but I think more than anything, I really enjoyed like Bobby and Joseph and Connie and them, and I enjoyed that bit. There's a few things that I was like, I don't know if this would happen or not with Hank and Peggy. Peggy in particular was there were some episodes she was really annoying, but that's kind of who she is. But overall, I liked it. It was nice. I'd rewatch it again. I probably would I'll watch the new season too. I don't know. It made me want to start up the old one and watch it again, but I liked it. That was fine.
So, two-part here. To go back to your, I want to rewatch the old one. I tried to, I put on the old one to rewatch it.
It doesn't
before.
age that well.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
The jokes
some
are
episodes,
different. It doesn't hit well, and
some episodes hold up, but for the most part, it was more of a nostalgia kick.
Yeah.
This new King of the Hill, it was a nostalgia kick. It was new. I wouldn't say fresh, because it didn't really bring anything new to the table. It kind of just grew up King of the Hill. I didn't like the fact that we didn't see more of what led up to Saudi Arabia, their time in Saudi Arabia. Episode 1, scene 1, we're on the plane back to Texas. So we didn't really see too much of their time in Saudi Arabia. We didn't get much backstory. We didn't get too much backstory. I'll let JB figure the thing out there. We didn't get too much backstory into the gentleman who moved into the Hills house while they were gone. I think he was voiced by Keith Davis. I think is the actor's name. Love the actor, but it felt like that bit role was too small for him, and the caliber of actor he is. I believe he's the same guy who does the president in Rick and Morty, who's getting a spinoff, by the way. Bill, when he went into his depression and was house ridden, he clearly had kind of let himself go, and then by the next episode, he seemed back to his normal ways. The whole Bobby and Connie of it all, I thought it was all right. It didn't feel natural to me. The that those characters would lose each other for that long. Because that wasn't kind of explained either. Why, if Connie and Bobby lived next door to each other the whole time, even if Connie left to go to college, which she did, and Bobby pursued his own thing, I don't feel like they would just stop talking to each other in the age
You
of the
found that
internet.
too.
Huh?
I found that weird too.
Yeah,
But,
it was
but she
just,
still was texting Joseph, sorry. Like, it's just weird.
yeah, like she just like dropped everyone, which was weird to me. Um, I didn't really notice the change in Dale.
No.
Um,
There
I
were a few moments where I kind of did, but you could kind of tell because, like,
mm,
they announced, like, in memory of for the last episode he recorded, and they were almost like setting up Toby Huss, it felt. Because, like,
mhm.
his voice kind of changed a little bit already, and it was kind of slowed down because it wouldn't be like as like intense Dale like back in the day, but it was like enough Dale. You're like this is him,
But
and I think that made it easier.
it wasn't as
No,
jarring as Khan's new voice.
oh God, no, that was vastly different.
Now, here's what I will say about it. Toby is on record as saying that change needed to happen. He's
Yeah,
glad we're in a time where those conversations are happening, and he was glad the change was made. Nobody is faulting anyone for the change being made. Ronnie is a hilarious actor.
love Ronnie.
Ronnie is amazing. He I don't know if he tried to do Khan's voice and they said, "You know what? That ain't working, just do your voice," or he just didn't bother to try to do Khan at all cuz it was
It doesn't sound like
bad.
it doesn't sound like him at all.
It shouldn't have been Khan. They should have just said, "Hey, Khan and Min got divorced and Khan's gone."
And this is the new guy.
Yeah, and this is the new husband. That would have been so
That
much
could have been
better.
fun though, because then they could have had like Connie doesn't like him,
Mhm.
or she does like him, and that's weird for Khan. Like that could have been a whole thing, and that's why he doesn't come around. But like, it could have been very interesting.
It is on par with Lauren doing Mickey's voice for that
Yeah,
one
because like,
episode.
because Ronnie's hilarious.
Ronnie
Like,
is fantastic.
because it could have been fun with him just being like the smart, like how he is on the Daily Show, like smart
Mhm.
aleck, very fun. And even his comedy specials be like, well, I mean, like America's like not the smartest anymore. You're not caring about your scores anymore. Like Connie would have just loved that because it's
If
like her wavelength.
if he played any role besides Khan, it would have been much better. It could have been Min's brother. It
Yep.
could have been an uncle. It could have been
Like even
anybody
like
else.
he came in to take over because Khan left, and like he's like, I'm here to just kind of like help the family out. But it could have been
Mhm.
just like a fun, sarcastic, politically smart, like jabby uncle, or like her, like something that could have been fun.
It could have been anything else than what it
It
was.
just
That
didn't work, and it was for one episode only. And it's like, are you gonna bring him back? It's like, is it just depending on how well this goes over if you bring him back?
was it just the one episode?
I think he's in two technically.
Okay.
They're the anniversary party and the one I guess before.
Okay. Yeah, it was just I would have liked to have heard what his Khan impression was. Because he just did Ronnie. He didn't do Khan.
It was his voice. There
It was
was
just
no,
Ronnie.
even the like canter was not the same.
Mm-mm. So I think that's the only part where
It makes me
they
wonder if I know they picked Ronnie, but there is a guy who comes to my mind that probably could have pulled it off.
who Bowser?
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear how he do it.
I don't know. I feel like
I
they could have
mean,
just
how he
not
talks
did
about
the character.
getting like Jimmy Pesto. It was like, can you do it? He's like, I can. Yeah, give me a little bit of time. I can probably do it.
Mhm.
Like it seems like he picks up on it kind of like a lot of those like Simpsons people do and like David Herman does, where it's just kind of like he hears it and kind of figures it out, and then he's like, okay, I can do it.
I gotta figure perhaps Bowser's just busy, and
Probably.
if they
He's
only had
a lot of stuff.
if they only had a small bit part for Khan this season, they weren't gonna like, hey, can you come in here and do this for a day or two? So I don't know. That's the only part of the season I was completely checked out and disappointed on. And it isn't a reflection on Ronnie. It isn't a reflection. Like the sum or the parts do not equal the whole. The parts are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The character's fantastic. Ronnie's fantastic. The show's fantastic. Put it all together, it was a dud.
Just that episode, you mean, or just Khan?
Just that character, just Khan. Everybody
Yeah,
else was solid. And
I was
again,
fine with like. I really liked Bobby's sous chef. I think he was a great addition to the show. He does a
mhm,
great job like trying to build Bobby up
mhm,
and challenge him a little bit on like get to know your dad, talk to him. Like he's not going to be like he can change a little bit. And Hank did change a lot. Like as
mhm,
much as he was the same guy, like some things did change. I know someone brought up the soccer thing. I
mhm.
know that was one big thing that people were like, I don't know if he would do that. It's a game built on rules. Hank loves rules. I know it's not football, but I think if you
Also,
spend enough time in Saudi Arabia and that's all you
exactly,
can watch, and
exactly.
he's like, and as he said, Arlen doesn't do it. So I never saw it. Then
Mhm.
he went overseas and watched it for like what, 6 years, 5 years?
Something like
And
that, yeah.
he's like, I learned the beauty of it. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's played on a grass field. Hank
Mhm,
loves grass.
mhm,
Like it's plays to him a lot. There's a ton of rules. It's very much about the athleticism and stuff like that. Like he can probably find reasons to be American about it. Like, oh, this is a great sport. It's like
mhm.
got a storied history and all this stuff. So like I'm sure he could do that.
Yeah.
The ref thing I think makes sense in that moment because it was like they needed somebody. So it was his
Mm.
moment to shine. And then Peggy kind of made sure that he stayed with it.
I felt there were a lot of like, the only running through line through everything was Connie and Bobby. If we're really breaking it down, like, the beer
Yep.
stuff kinda came and went.
Yeah.
The
A lot of the
soccer
plots
thing
were
came
a
and
one
went.
off, and that was
Yeah.
it. The
Um,
Connie and Bobby was the I agree with you, was the main thread.
yeah, and even that didn't really.
It didn't take off till the end.
Yeah.
I mean, they really left it like they went on their first date in episode 9, and then episode
Mhm,
10 you find out parents are divorced, or is it
mhm.
8 and 9, and then 10's its own thing.
And then the season finale didn't feel like a season finale at all, it just felt like another episode,
Yeah,
which
I
was
did not
weird.
feel any different about it.
No, and from what I've read, that final episode was always supposed to be that episode. They didn't do it special for Jonathan or nothing. That was just the last episode. It just happened to pan out that way. I know they paid tribute to Tom Petty by playing
Hmm.
that song that for life me I can't remember. Did you catch how they paid tribute to Brittany Murphy by chance?
I did not
Me
know.
neither.
They even bring up Luann.
No, no. People are saying they're setting up Bobby to be the main character. I hope
Yeah,
not.
I think it's still going to be Hank, but I think it's going to be a lot of Hank and Bobby. I think it's going to like the A and B plots are going to rotate which family is more dominant. But I don't know, for most of this episodes in this season, I felt it was balanced. You got a little bit of Bobby and like Joseph in that side of things, and you got a lot of, more or less more Hank and Peggy. It was really still their show, and but Bobby still had a good moment in time in it. Like he spent like maybe like 60-40.
Mm.
But I think that
I,
was a fine mix.
I'd say if I'm ranking the season, I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 or 7. There was just too many unanswered questions that we had going in, like their time in Saudi Arabia, the gentleman who moved into their house,
Yeah.
played by I can't remember. I think it's Keith Davis.
It is
I
Keith,
think
yeah.
yeah, that was such
It's Keith.
a
I can't remember his last name, but I know who you're talking about.
yeah, it was such a throwaway thing that they never explained.
No,
Um,
he stayed there for 5 years or 6 years.
and then
And then moved in.
when the Hills moved back, he just stayed there.
Yeah, he just moved into another place.
So who the hell are you?
Well, there was like that didn't get addressed. Like, where did Bobby learn to cook didn't really get addressed. Like, he just has a restaurant.
I
Like, but like little stuff like that, like they took it and they just kind of left it. And
yeah, and I get it. You can't
maybe they'll
play
flesh
catch
it
up on
out a little
15
bit,
years, but
but there was a lot of that that just did not get brought up at all.
if we're being honest, that is that was essentially what King of the Hill was. It was just a lot of contained episodes with like maybe one or two plot lines pulled through, like Good
Yeah.
Hank, which we saw growing up. Good Hank. We saw the passage of time in the opening credits, but Bobby was already an adult, so there was a baby there. Was that Good Hank?
Must have been Good
The
Hank.
But then Bobby was
But
already
then
a
he's
grown up at that point.
uh-huh. So it's confusing.
So I don't know. Are we nitpicking? Absolutely. But this is what happens when your show's off the air for 20 years.
I do
Um,
agree with Christine. I think only having 10 episodes doesn't allow you to do a lot.
well, there was no way that show was getting 22 episodes.
No.
You've been off the air for 20 years.
This was
You're
to
not
test the
getting it.
water, and they
Yeah.
found out that people liked it and they dug it, and streaming did great. So they're like, yeah, go ahead and light up another season.
So I could see them expanding to like 15, 16 episodes. I don't think they'll
Mm,
do 20 some odd episodes just because that's just not the way the industry's working right
no.
now. Um, but yeah, I could see you getting another 2 or 3 seasons.
I could see that too. I think at most maybe 5.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they'll wrap up the like Connie and Bobby line. I think Bobby and Hank will like figure out their like relationship a little bit. And I think that'll be kind of how it goes. That'll be it. And it'll just be probably them sitting in the alley, and that'll be the end of the show.
Yeah, I think the final shot is him and Bobby in the alleyway drinking a beer.
It could be the boy who was Boomhauer's stepson, but like he aged then really fast.
Yeah, it's
Because now
the
he's in like
timelines ain't lining
7th or
up.
8th grade at this point.
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. So, I don't know, but that is our King of the Hill roundup.
I
Maybe we'll
actually
go
thought
into
that they weren't gonna even show Khan. They showed Ming pretty early. She was in the alley, and they're like, "What's she doing here?" But like, they didn't bring him in for like what 3 or 4 more episodes. They kind of waited.
maybe they weren't completely convinced on the voice either. So it's like the less we have to do, the better.
Yeah, maybe.
Um, but yeah, that's maybe we'll go into another episode where we go deeper dive into some of our favorite bits and pieces. But I think that's a good little overarching narrative on what we thought of King of the
Mm-hmm.
Hill and our issues with it.
I enjoyed it. I
Yeah,
mean, it was nice to be back.
yeah, it was comfortable. If not frustrating at times, but it was comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, it really didn't stress me out at all. It was like a show that you could just sit there, and it really didn't challenge you too much.
it did that. It did not. But we're gonna end on a fun little, not a game of sorts, but just a fun little Q question answer thingy that I have for you, JB. We're doing a blind ranking. I assume you know what that
Mm-mm.
means.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you a character one at a time, and it's a ranking of 5, 1 through 5. 1 being your favorite, 5 being your least favorite. The issue is you have to rank them without
And
knowing
you
who's
can't
coming
reuse
next.
it. Yeah.
Correctamundo, and there's no moving after the fact. So once they are in place, they are in place. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Starting off, Zeke.
Zeke is a 3.
Zeke at 3. Okay. Calvin Fishoder.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay. Calvin. I like him. And I'm so close to putting Zeke at 4, and I didn't. Calvin, I really like Calvin, but then you're gonna put a Bob and Teddy probably in there, and that's gonna really.
I will say there are no main characters. There are no Belchers in my list.
So there's sides. Okay,
Yeah,
that is
these are all
helpful to
sides.
know. Calvin would probably be. I mean, he's top of the list for me. Like if you have him in an episode, that's gold. I'll put him at 2 just in case there's somebody else, but Calvin is. He's important.
All right. We're going to go Mr. Frond.
The Frond. I mean, Frond is a counselor, and I am one of those as well. But there's a lot of things that I don't love about Philip Frond, but I do love that he just really does care at some level. But although it's just usually very self-serving at times, I'm gonna put him at like a 4
Frond.
because he can make an episode pretty good if you allow him to.
So that leaves you with the first spot and the fifth
And
spot,
yes,
and you don't know who these new next two characters are.
I do not at all.
Gyro. Is he your worst or is he your first?
Because then it could be like somebody I despise, and they're gonna be my first. Yeah,
That's the fun aspect of blind
I
ranking.
guess I gotta roll the dice on that one for everybody. Gyro's fine, but I don't really like his first episode. I like him redeeming himself in the second episode where he helps Bob with his labrum. I'm gonna go ahead and put Gyro at 5 and let it roll on whoever this person is, and that could be a big mistake, but we'll see.
So let's see. So far, you like Frond better than Gyro. You have Calvin at 2, Zeke at 3. That leaves you with Nat as your number 1.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I could see. I would probably the only difference is I would rearrange Calvin and Nat. That would be it.
Oh, you would make Calvin your number 1?
Be a 2. I'd put Calvin at 1 and Nat at 2.
Interesting.
And I think my top 3 could be interchangeable. But no, I liked that. That was fun.
Yeah, that's all that was, folks. We try to end cap every episode here with something a little fun. Yeah, that's really about it. Nothing left to discuss tonight. JB clearly says he is done with the episode. So this has been. I'll let JB try to bring himself back in. There we go. This has been From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial but verified one-stop destination for bento box and entertainment information. As always, I am Mike.
And I'm JB.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.